Guys, it's Mark, Balls Out by Pythons. I had a clutch that wasn't pipping and finally pipped. It was really late. It was right next to the Blackhead Mojave clutch in the incubator, and every time I checked, I had two tubs that just seemed like they were just way hotter than the others. So I changed my fan around and I aimed it down like somewhere mid. Probably these guys were probably in the incubator for about 3 weeks when I did it, maybe 2 weeks. And this is another train wreck. So this was a smog ball to a pastel lesser, and you can see I have like a firefly lesser right there. I believe it's either a firefly lesser or a pastel lesser calico or something, and then a fire and then a fire pin. We didn't do a clutch cutting video on this one because I just had a bad feeling about it, and I was down about it and didn't have energy to really talk much. So I've been really drained lately. You see how this one's tail is kind of curling up. It's not an actual just kink that does that. It's like 2 or 3 little bumps that causes that in the actual tail. She's going to take off. He's going to take off, whatever. So I'll be finding some good homes for this one, maybe. I don't know. I might be finding a good home for that one, maybe. But this one also has the same little hook tail going on that the Blackhead Mojave clutch did. Also, a few of them have passed away, died, whatever, from the Blackhead Mojave clutch. And I think what happened was I got the temps right after these had been in the incubator for a couple of weeks. It was 2 or 3 clutches that were in there, and I thought, well, it's only a couple degree difference. And I talked to my vet about it. My vet said most of the kinking does happen when they're in the incubator, because I was asking him about a female that I had, actually the blackhead clutch, the female that gave me the blackhead clutch, I was asking him about that, and he said that it didn't sound like it came from changing the temperature while she was, you know, because what I did is I found that she was on, I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but I'd forgotten all about doing either one of these things. One of the things was the girl was a week late laying, and so not a week, okay, I gotta clarify. She was not laying for a week, okay, her hot spot had somehow gotten knocked down to about 80. I don't know if it was the heat tape itself or the plug. I just moved her to a different bin that did have the 88 degree hot spot, so she got moved after she was a week late. She got moved to the proper temperatures, and then 2 weeks later she gave me the eggs. So she was 3 weeks late, 3 weeks past her due date, giving me the eggs of the blackhead clutch. And I was asking my vet about that. He said that he thinks that it's an incubation issue. Talked to him about the kinking and the nub tails and little short tails without the tips on them and stuff like that. And the one I was going to keep died, and then the blackhead, the real pretty blackhead, died. The dark one, it died too. So yeah, it's sad when you come in and find dead babies, but I've learned my lessons. I've learned, this is a learning process. Throughout all the years I've been doing this, I'm always learning something, and I never am perfect on anything. But this one, as sad as and as bad as I hate to do it, I love the way this turned out. This is one of the things I was shooting for. I just wanted to show you guys all the power that's in the smog ball when you breed it to anything else. And this one would have done it, except for it's not going to make it. So look at that. That's just awful. That's Peens that he can't retract because he's all kinked up on the tail all the way up to the cloaca. So that one's not going to have a shot at life. But I wanted to show you how pretty it was and tell you guys about the incubation issues. And now I am going to call it incubation issues because my vet told me to. So there we go. I even told him, I said, I don't know if I want to say this on YouTube because I don't want to make anybody mad at me because they believe differently or anything. And I believe it's incubation issues. I've listened to other people that are fantastic, awesome people that I love dearly with my heart that are in this, and I'm not trying to contradict anything. I'm just saying that for me and mine, I believe this was an incubation issue, because these two tubs were next to each other, and this is what came out of this tub, and it's so sad. And my heart is broken, and please, you don't have to comment and try to cheer me up or anything. I sound a lot sadder than I am about this, probably because I just got diagnosed with something today that I did not want, and it just hasn't been a good week, I guess you'd say. But you know what? Things are going to look up. Things are going to be better. I've got two fantastic clutches in the same exact spot that these guys were in, and I'm believing 100% that I have the issue fixed. So I guess keep your fingers crossed for real on those two clutches. One of them is my Leopard Lesser B, gave me 7 eggs, and I just collected a clutch from my spinner blast that I bred to the lavender. So keep your fingers crossed on that. I wasn't going to use those two tubs at all, you know, at the beginning of the season, because they were like pretty hot compared to the others. It was like a hot spot over there, and both of those tubs were like 3 degrees hotter than the others. And you know, I incubate at 90 anyway, so what I did is, I can't remember how I did it, to tell you the truth. I just remember that I switched the fan over because I got tired of looking at those tubs being too hot. After I switched the fan over, it took me a couple of days to adjust where the probe should be to get every tub, you know, in the proper range. But I did, and I believe it's all going to work out good now. God, I hope so. So, with that being said, this would have been a fantastic clutch, and I know you guys can see, and just imagine if there was actually, I don't know, maybe there is calico, but imagine if it was fire and calico in there. I mean, that would be really awesome. And pinstripe, that would really be awesome too. But, you know, it just is what it is as far as what happened in incubation. There's nothing I can do about it now. If I didn't think or didn't really truly believe that I had those issues fixed, I would not have any clutches incubating there, because I do have an incubator that's about to be empty. So I would just be incubating in those. However, I just believe that I got it fixed because the temps are reading a lot better now. So there we go. This is probably the last time you'll see these guys. I know it's the last time you'll see that one. But it would have been a fantastic snake, and I mean, my heart's broken about it. And yeah, we'll try to do better, guys. I'm sorry. You know, don't hate me. I'm not trying to harm these babies in any way, shape, or form. I promise. I'm trying to make the best, healthiest babies I can make or produce. I can't make anything, but I can, you know, produce them here. Yeah, there we go. So, sad news, bad news. Good news is I don't have a whole lot of clutches left in that incubator that were there from the beginning, and were there when I actually had to change the fan around and got temps going a little differently. So there we go. I will not be changing anything else in the middle of a season ever. Ever. So you don't have to go off on me and be mean. If you don't like what you see, please just move on, because I don't really want to deal with it. I really don't. So I hope everybody else is having a wonderful season, and you know, I do have a lot of beautiful babies that we produced here so far, and hopefully a lot more will come. So I guess keep your eyes open. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible, but the truth is I just wanted to put that little guy in the freezer and, you know, end his suffering. So that's what I wanted to do, but instead I decided I would show you guys. If you don't want to be seeing stuff like this, let me know, because I do not like showing this stuff. I don't like it at all. It's not fun for me, okay? And as much as I want to share everything and be open, I'd rather just put it behind me and move forward. So let me know what you think. Should I share? Should I not? It's okay either way. I'm not going to be mad at you no matter what you say. Unless you say mean things, and you say mean things to me about, you know, how stupid I am or something. Then I'll be mad at you. But I won't stay mad at you. So anyhow, here we go. I'm out.